Hey everybody, Dr. Michael with Valiant Physical Therapy here in Evanston, Illinois, where I specialize in working with runners. Does your Achilles tendon hurt while running? Have you thought, is there something you can do with your running stride that can decrease the amount of pressure that you're putting on the Achilles tendon? Then watch this video and I'll answer those questions. So Achilles tendonitis is a very common problem that runners deal with. And in some ways, the condition is rather simple. And I say that with a lot of nuance, knowing that there's a lot of nuance that goes into each individual case. But with something like an Achilles tendonitis, if you're at the point where you can tolerate running, there's a couple things that you can do to really mitigate the amount of strain that you put on the Achilles tendon for running. And the first piece is to do a solid warm up. So something as simple as walking for 10 or 15 minutes before you actually start the run just kind of gets the Achilles tendon in the calf flexing and bending and kind of moving to the point where it's ready to then tolerate jumping and running. I was working with a lady earlier this week who came to me for Achilles tendon pain, and when I got her on the discovery phone call, one of the first things I asked her was, hey, what does your warm up look like for a run? And she said, oh, not much. I basically just do like a 3-minute walk and then I just start running. And I told her, okay, we're going to bump up that 3-minute walk right up to 10 to 15 minutes and see how that feels. And she reported that it actually does make a considerable difference to feel the calf kind of flex and move and then get ready for the run. So do a considerable warm up. Likely just walking for a longer period of time is going to be better than nothing. And then the other piece from a running gait mechanical standpoint, if you adopt more of a forefoot strike as you're running, it's going to put a lot more tension on the calf itself and thus the Achilles tendon. So if you can hit a little bit more with the back part of your foot, almost like a rear foot strike, not a super hard heel strike, but a rear foot strike is going to be one that gives the Achilles tendon a little bit more of a break and not as much of the strain as something like forefoot running. So if you know that you're a forefoot striker, or if you know that like your heels never touch the ground really and you're really far up on the ball of your foot and your Achilles is sore, maybe there's other things you need to do. But if you are looking for something to change in your gait and in your running, it's do a considerable warm-up and then switch to more of a rear foot strike and stop hitting with the front part of your foot because it just puts too much strain on the calf itself. So if you found this helpful, give this video a like. If you have a comment, I'd love to hear what you think. If you know someone that's dealing with an Achilles tendonitis, send this video over to them and hopefully that helps them. Thanks for watching.